Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the best new class mods in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. So I've been downloading every single class mod that gets uploaded to the mod manager and testing them all out to find you the best of the best, and I have downloaded hundreds of them now. So today's video will be focusing on some of the newer class mods that are absolutely incredible to play. We'll be focusing on a thunder focused classes, 4 different subclasses, but the first thing that I want to focus on is the Form Guard. What's cool about this class is it comes with some high risk, high reward style gameplays, and it's unique. I haven't seen anything else like this. So at level 1, you get to choose some different spells here, which have things like +1 to attack rolls. This one gives you a +2 to initiative. This gives 4 temporary health. This makes you cannot be moved. This one increases your movement speed, and this one gives advantage on intimidation and persuasion checks. So we also get to take the protection fighting style. And as we make it to level 2, this is where we get some more of the interesting ones. Like we get the Form of the Snake here, making it so our weapon attacks will deal additional 2 poison damage, but you also get a -2 penalty to attack rolls. So every pro comes with a con, and I think that that's a really nice way of playing the game because it means that you can't just be super overpowered, and this works perfectly. You also get the Form of the Berserker, giving you additional force damage on your attacks, so a -2 to wisdom saving throws, which is actually very deadly because wisdom saving throws are things like command, which can shut you down all the way through the game. This one gives you a +4 bonus to attack rolls, but armor class is reduced by 2. This one gives you a +4 bonus to armor class, but you don't get any movement speed. This one gives you movement speed increased by 3 meters, can't be influenced by difficult terrain, however, you reduce your size. This one, the Form of the Hawk, gives you a +2 to dexterity and cannot be surprised, but you're vulnerable to bludgeoning damage and suffer disadvantage on constitution saving throws, which is really rough. Form of the Tree, 12 temporary health points, resist bludgeoning damage, but your movement speed is reduced, and a Sussor Bloom nullifies nearby magic. Pretty brutal. And the Form of the Fool, gain immunity to paralyzed, charmed, and frightened, but you become wet and drunk. So yeah, as you can see, these all have a benefit to them and then a downside, so you got to swap between them. Now this also comes with 3 different subclasses, so you can choose between that. You got the Stalwart, which gives us a -4 to all physical damage. The Commander, which gives you the spell here, Commanding Orders, giving a +1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws as a bonus action. And the Vanguard here, which has the Bloodthirsty Yop. So all creatures within a 9-meter radius must make a Constitution saving throw or become terrified by the frightening sound. So other 3 subclasses, I'll just focus on the Vanguard here to show it off because some of the class features are actually quite crazy. Just due to the fact that you get a nice buff from it, but you also get a kind of a nerf. At level 5, you get that extra attack there, and then we get some more options. So we get the size of the ogre, or the Form of the Ogre. This increases your strength to 24 and increases your size, and you deal additional 1d4 damage. And the affected entity is enlarged. However, your wisdom, intelligence, and charisma are reduced to 4, which may not matter to you actually, so that's a good one. Form of the Celestial, deal additional 1d4 force, radiant, necrotic, and fire damage, but take 2d6 of fire damage at the end of each turn. There's also the Form of the Determined, an unyielding resolve. You gain an extra action for 2 turns. However, in the aftermath, you're unable to move, take actions, or bonus actions for 2 turns. So you get that extra burst, and then you fall off afterwards. Form of the Siren, this song attempts to charm enemies, and you lose your bonus action with this. This one, the Form of the Pact, you get a channel of soul to summon a pact of wolf familiars. However, at that, you become soul numbed. And then we also got the Pact, the Undying. Nearby allies ignore its damage from all sources if it's 5 or below. However, their minds become exposed, becoming vulnerable to psychic damage. If you have the Resonance Stone, that's already going to apply to them. So I'll take these 2 forms here. So that's pretty cool. And I should show off this mod.io page. So this is the mod.io page here, and with this, it's made by Dora Dodo, and it's part of the Baldur's Gate 3 Mod Jam 2025, which I previously covered on my channel. So that's a pretty cool little thing about the Form Guard. But again, it does have a lot of really cool options here. You get another fighting style once we hit level 6 here. And as you continue to level up, we get the Devastating Strike, doing additional slashing damage, and the target's disadvantage on wisdom saving throws, and a -1 penalty. Doing this can set up your other targets to then apply hold person or command and make sure it's going to land. We also get ourselves another option here for a spell. These power us up, but they do again have those drawbacks that make them a bit of a risk to choose, which I think makes it perfect. So now we get ourselves some more ones. The Form of the Cambion, all enemies must make a charisma saving throw or become seduced to your side. While maintaining that strong psychic connection, you both take 3 to 30 psychic damage. Form of the Executioner, instantly kill all targets below 25 health, but you suffer disadvantage on all attack rolls. pretty good bonus action. You also get the form of the Stagnant, so gain resistance to all damage and 45 temporary health points, but you cannot heal. In the form of the Angel, so as a reaction, you can heal an ally for 3 to 30 health points, but you're tormented by whispers. So yeah, that's pretty strong. Kill all targets below 25 health, pretty crazy. At level 10, we get the Flow, so the number you need to roll a critical hit while attack is reduced by 2, only while concentrating on a spell, which most of the time you probably will be with this class. And once we get to level 11, we get to another choice here, so go with that. We get the subclass features, so from the Vanguard, only death of your enemies will ensure your allies' protection. Upon slaying your first foe in combat, gain an extra action. Pretty huge. That's the first one that's actually like a straight up buff to the character. But what's fun about this is you got like a lot of these are risky. So if you use it, like this one makes us large, and we do get a drop to our wisdom, intelligence, charisma. So if you go to look at our character sheet, 4, 4, 4, that's -3 to all those checks. Not the best, but it gives you that increased size, increased damage, and everything. So again, trade-offs. That's exactly what this class is all about. Now next I'll show off the Thunder Collar, which is a mod made by Lyricos here. Now, what's cool about this, you can see you got the Amplifier, the Echo Aeidon, the Sonic Controller, and the Thunderer. With this, it has those 4 different subclasses that you can focus on. They each get different cantrips here, depending on which ones you go with, so that is something you can take into consideration. The Echo Aeidon, I cannot pronounce that, I'm sorry. It's a thrown weapon build, so you get to throw things and they return to your hand. Kind of funny because the Nyrulna being the thunder weapon in this game, and it returns no matter what. So got the Amplifier here, the Sonic Controller, mostly full casters, and then this one is a close quarters damage attacker. I'll show off the Amplifier here, giving us the subclass features. Targets afflicted with reverberation are easier to hit and less likely to succeed in their saving throws against your spells. Whereas the Sonic Controller, if the enemy has a stack of reverberation, the caster can gain a sleight of target and target them with advantage. So yeah, with this, you get all those cantrips there. You get to choose spells, and they're mostly themed around thunder. So you got like your Chromatic Orb, Thunderwave, and I guess the rest of them aren't. But then we get ourselves, you get to, I guess I'll show off. Once you make it to level 3, we get to show level 2 spells here. And again, got the options for the thunder spells. So as we continue to level up, we get some more benefits here. At level 5, we get the Resonance spell, which roots yourself to the ground and generates shockwaves, dealing 3 to 24 thunder damage to all enemies within 12 meters. That's huge radius. Then you get to further level up here and get some more spells. You don't get lightning-based spells, though. That's one thing. So it's mostly thunder. You get Witch Bolt, but that's about it. Level 6, you get the Standing Wave, gain 2 armor class. This bonus is lost upon movement. So as you stay still, there's our Lightning Bolt. You get that extra armor class, which can be great for survivability. At level 7, we get the Pressure Zone. Concentrate the sound in a specified area. All enemies who are within that area must make a saving throw or take 4 to 48 thunder damage and fall prone. And the Thunder Cannon, this evocation spell, doing a 10d4 thunder damage, and makes all targets get pushed back 5 meters and are inflicted with unstable. So you continue to get stronger and stronger with these thunder-based spells that you get specific to this class itself. At level 9, you get the Wave Bombardment, doing 15d4 of thunder damage. Sound erupts from 3 locations you choose, dealing 5 to 20 damage each, so you can make these big booms wherever you'd like, which is kind of cool. I like that type of spell, similar to the Water Myrmidon spell that it gets. So once we get ourselves to level 11 here, this is when we get our Alpha Omega Boom spells, doing a 12d4 thunder damage. Create 4 Thunder Zone called Boom Cells. All enemies that are touched these cells take 12 to 48 damage and are knocked back on a failed saving throw. So 10 turns concentration. Pretty strong. I guess we do get our lightning spells there, but with this, yeah, you get those really powerful spells that are concentration based. So I'll go show off what these end up looking like, because they are unique to this class. So you got like the Wave Bombardment here, so I'll bombard them. Stacks up reverberation real well. And then the Daze, we can go with the Dazing one here. We'll just drop all 4 of them right there. Boom. Yeah, it looks pretty funky. And it's a concentration, so that's going to continue to do that Eldritch Abomination look. And it can knock you back as well, so don't get into it. Well, that's pretty cool. I love the appearance of that. So you also got yourself the Thunder Cannon here, which is like lightning bolt but thunder damage, and it'll apply that reverberation, which is just really nice to stack up and knock the enemy prone with. As a big fan of reverberation, this build is something that I definitely enjoy. Next, I'd like to show off the Ancient Smith, which is cool because this allows you to forge powerful artifacts. This is a mod made by Zavar here, And with this, you get the three different subclasses: the Ring of Force, the Ring of Light, and the Ring of Magic. Now, this class is all about crafting rings, which is kind of funny, but you can see you get a lot of spells with the Ring of Light because it's mostly like a kind of like a paladin cleric type build. The Force one gives you the Rings Push, which has force and psychic damage, and the Ring of Magic lets you just select a bunch of different spells. So I'll show off the Ring of Force here. I'll be doing future build guides on this one because it's very interesting. At level 2, you get the Rings Intelligence. Your cantrips deal additional damage equal to your intelligence modifier, and you get Action Surge. Pretty nice. At level 3, we get the class feature. A hit point maximum increases by intelligence modifier, and you get the Rings Mind, which does force and psychic damage on all nearby creatures. Pretty effective. And then you get to choose maneuvers, similar to the Battlemaster Fighter. This depends on what subclass you go with. The subclass feature, you have advantage on saving throws against illusions, being charmed, paralyzed, or restrained, which is pretty nice. So again, each of these subclasses is actually very different from one another. This gives you an additional feat, the Rings Gift. At level 5, you get another feat. You get a cantrip, the Creation of the Great Ring. Merging strength and wisdom, the ancient smith forges the Great Ring. This epic ring imbues the wearer with might, enabling them to command battles and control the fate of their adversaries. Subclass features: Rings Extra Action. You get an extra action point. Huge. And the Rings Disease, doing a 2d8 force damage. Call forth a conical wave of force energy, possibly stunning targets that are within. Free alert, free action. That's a pretty good level. At level 6, you get another choice in a class pass. You get the Elf's Ring, which gives a +2 to intelligence, -2 to strength. This will give a +2 to intelligence, -2 to dexterity, and this will give a +2 to intelligence, -2 to wisdom. So yeah, you can power up your skills that way. The Ring Slavery here, so whenever you make an enemy fight alongside you, and it makes an intelligence saving throw it's basically dominate person. You get 2 more fighting styles here for this subclass. And once we get ourselves a level 8, we get a +1 bonus to all saving throws. Pretty powerful. And once we continue on with this, we also get ourselves some cool crafting. We deal additional force damage on our attacks and Indomitable from this subclass. So again, this one's kind of like the fighter, whereas the other one's more of a mage. At level 10, improved combat superiority die to 1d10. And we get the Rings Defender, summon an ancient defender of the ring at level 10, which I'll show off to you guys so you get an idea of what that all looks like. Each of these subclasses is all very different. Like, this is more of a melee focused one. Forge the Miracle Ring of Eternity. This legendary ring endows the wearer with limited magical power, allowing them to rewrite the very laws of reality and leave the everlasting mark on history. And we get an extra attack. Woohoo! Pretty strong. And at level 12, we get class features. Health point maximum increases by your modifiers. So, a lot of health. So I'll show off what that all looks like. We got ourselves 107 health, not too crazy, but we have all these extra attacks here. So you get these Creation of the Great Ring. So this will give us the ancient ring here. So that's the cool thing about this is you're building things. So this gives a +3 bonus to initiative and advantage on perception, ability checks, cannot be stunned, and +1 armor class. That's pretty good. And I'll just summon in all the other rings here. The ancient ring, it's the most powerful ancient ring. I guess I'll show off this one here. This gives a +2 to armor class, +4 to initiative, advantage on perception ability checks, advantage on saving throws against spells, and yeah, 2 armor class, pretty crazy for a ring. So this is it's an interesting class. I like whenever they add different abilities that you don't get on other class mods. This can critically hit. Pretty cool. Force and psychic damage. I'm sorry, Jahara. I'll help you back up. But yeah, it's a fighter. This one's a fighter. The other one's like a caster. So a lot of different ways you can go about building this one. Next, I'll show off the Sky Jumper. This is the standalone class version. There's a subclass. It's a fighter subclass. What's cool about the Sky Jumper? It's about jumping. This mod was made by Schwertchen. And what's cool about this one is it's a fighter, but it's all about jumping. And I like the extra mobility. Being able to fly around the battlefield is so much fun. So with this class, that's exactly what you'll be doing because you get increases to your jumps, and I'll show off all of what that looks like. So again, similar to the fighter, you get all the same benefits. This is the class version, so it mimics what the fighter already does instead of taking it as a subclass. So at level 3, we get the Skybound Stride. Your jump distance increases by 1 meter every 2 levels, allowing you to soar across the battlefield. Momentum is used for Skyfall Leap, resets on kill, and Elusive Motion. Your constant movement makes it impossible for people to hit you with opportunity attacks. So we get the Skyfall Leap, which uses our movement speed and doesn't actually, it just uses momentum as well. Leap through the air and slam down the ground, knocking all targets prone. The damage type matches those of your main melee weapon, resets on kill. So you can go around jumping around, and every time you take out a target, you can jump again and do more damage. So it's actually kind of interesting. I love any type of build that focuses on jumping. You get the extra attack. Again, similar to the fighter, you're going to get all those benefits like Indomitable as well. Once we make to level 7, we take no fall damage, which is perfect because we're jumping around a lot. And we get push attack. So we get the rush attack with our weapon, or the push attack, just being able to push your enemies away. So again, jumping in, pushing away. You can jump to positions that you can push people off of ledges and take them out that way, which is actually really effective. So yeah, it's a powerful class, but nothing like crazy game breaking, which I think works perfectly. So whenever you knock a target prone, you automatically get a critical hit on it. So our attack that knocks them prone, you can then attack and then get some really good damage in. So this would benefit if you were a half orc, because if you can guarantee a critical hit, that's an extra damage die. Pretty crazy. So yeah, this is perfect for those that are looking for something that can be a little bit different from the other classes. You got that Skyfall Leaf, which actually does some pretty crazy damage. And you can see the area of effect is pretty large. It won't actually hit my team right now because they're not considered an enemy, but you would jump in, knock them prone, and then your attacks will be have extra damage and critical hit on them. Finally, I'm going to show you the Mechanist class here, which is not fully finished. It's going to be part of the Baldur's Gate 3 Mod Jam 2025 as well. And with this, you get the chance change, so you can change your stance there. And you get integrated defense. If you have heavy armor equipped, your defense are increased by 2, but movement speed is decreased by 1.5. If you have non-heavy armor equipped, your movement speed is increased by 1.5, and your armor class increased by 1. So depending on how you build your character, you can have different benefits with movement speed or less movement speed. Now again, this class isn't fully complete yet. We get the Mechanist laser doing 3d4 plus 2 force damage using a clockwork point. And these lasers look really cool. At level 3, you get to choose your subclass, with the force bound having a couple different ways. You get the shrink ray, the push ray, and the pull ray. And the lightning bound gives you lightning charges on your attacks, and you do additional lightning damage, and you get the lightning ray, which does additional lightning. So I'll show you the force bound here. Now, it doesn't really have any extra benefits as we continue to level up just yet. It's still a work in progress, so we're going to hope to see some more changes to this. I just want to throw this one in here because it does seem quite interesting. I love the laser beams, the pull ray, so you can pull people towards you. And I love the animations for these. They look really cool. So that's that one there. And then we got ourselves the Mechanist laser, which I'll shoot my, I'm gonna fire my laser. Boom. Yeah, I love the appearance of these. I don't know what it is from the base game that has these laser beam appearances, but yeah, you got this, the mechanisms. So you got precision here, defense, increasing your armor class, make it more precise. This you're make more powerful weapon strikes and deal additional melee weapon damage. This range, you can make more powerful range strikes. Counter gives you the riposte attack, and mobile gives you additional movement speed. So whenever you apply these abilities, you then get the benefits of them. So the ranged version there, you can make more powerful range strikes. This is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this class goes, so we'll just have to wait and see because it's not fully done yet. I just wanted to throw this in at the end of this video just as a future class that'll be probably quite great. So it's being created by a team, Terry Barrier and Shadow of Radiance. You probably know them for some of their other mods like the Soul Knife Rogue and some other ones. So I'm excited to see what comes next, especially with the Baldur's Gate 3 Mod Jam 2025. So let me know your favorite class mod from this list, and I will see you all in the next video. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and have yourself a great day.